Awesome. Shiloh.
Hey.
It's nice to see
Great
you once
to see
again. We interviewed Shiloh for Skateland and Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
My first South by Southwest down here, and I was nervous as hell. Hands are shaking right now, so let's see how this one goes.
Was that the first interview though, or just
like
it was one of your
set up
first
like
interviews?
that? Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Catherine Hardwick.
You did great. You were very
I won't even watch the video. Quick question. What happened to your eye? Because everyone's probably going to ask that. Just quickly.
Got a black eye. So I'm training to do a boxing movie.
Okay.
And I'm an actor, not a boxer, and I got clocked in the face.
Oh, nice. Okay, so boxing accident, guys.
Yeah.
What was it like to step into the role originally performed by Bruce Campbell?
I think that it was sort of a shared responsibility between Jane and I. I really feel like that role was sort of split in two, and we both got to do a lot of the fun things that Bruce did in the first movie. But we definitely didn't feel the pressure to like live up to him, because you just can't. I mean, he's Bruce Campbell. He's one of a kind. And luckily, he was in the readings, he was in the meetings. He ordained us. He gave us the go ahead and was very supportive. So it was ultimately a safe bet. And we weren't filling his shoes, so I didn't have that pressure of like, oh my God, I have to be as good as Bruce Campbell. It's just never gonna happen.
Yeah. Did you see the film beforehand? Because apparently, nope. See, I'd never seen it either, so it was completely new to me.
The original.
Yeah.
The original. No, I knew a lot about it.
Yeah.
It's a huge cult film, but no, I'd never seen it.
Were you encouraged to watch it, or did they want you to just kind of have your own vision of what it was supposed to be like?
When I got the part, and I went right away, and I made another film, and so I wasn't gonna watch it during that time. And then when I got to New Zealand, and I said I'm gonna watch the movie, Fed said, you made it this far without watching it. You shouldn't be influenced. Just don't watch it. So yesterday, before the premiere, I watched Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2 for the first time.
Oh wow.
It was pretty awesome.
So you saw the comparisons and.
There was a lot of similarities that I had no idea about, which is really cool.
I had no clue either. So you've done drama, you've done fantasy, you've done period pieces, which I'm saying Skateland is. Now you've done horror. How was the experience different with this?
Well, if you imagine, Red Riding Hood seems like a big movie, right? We shot Red Riding Hood for like 45 days, and this was 70 days. It was a gigantic undertaking. And all the practical effects, they take a really long time to reset and to apply. And so it was really a taxing movie, like shockingly. I mean, it was fun and it was really neat, and all the special effects were really cool. But ultimately took a long time, and mentally I wasn't in the best place. You're trying to imagine all day that all your friends turn into demons and your sister's being raped in hell, so to speak. And so that's not a fun place to be all day, every day for 3-something months.
Yeah. So would you prefer to do horror? I mean, what genre are you most drawn to?
I think drama is probably right, but that's the sweet spot. That's what I love to do. That's what I love to watch. Hey, Lou.
Hey, buddy.
We're in the middle of a little interview here.
I know.
Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Interruption by Lou Taylor Pucci.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I love you guys.
I interviewed you for Brotherhood in Dallas once.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I love that film.
Oh, man, thank
Still
you.
do.
That's really cool. Yeah, sorry. I really don't mean to interrupt. I'm just
Oh, no, it's okay.
right now.
Lou's over here, guys.
Are you out of here?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to run.
All right. Kick ass on the show.
Thanks, dude.
Can't wait to see it.
All right.
See you in LA.
Yes. I'll see you when I get back.
All right, cool.
April. Bye.
Horror. This was a great opportunity to do this horror movie. If you're gonna do one, I think this is the one to do. It's unique. It's special. It's timeless. And working with Fede was a dream come true. Like really, he's an amazing director. So if he calls me and says, "Let's do something," I would do a horror movie. Beyond that, I don't know. It depends.
Yeah.
It's like if you've gone to Evil Dead, what can you possibly do next in the horror genre?
Yeah. This was a kind of a studio-backed film. So, and you've done a lot of independent films. So, what's your experience been like? Independent versus something that's a huge deal.
Yeah, this one in particular was actually felt independent because the producers got to do what they wanted to do. It wasn't sort of some studio telling them exactly what to do. Fede really had his vision realized, I think, and Rob Tappert was there every day, sort of supporting that vision that Fede had. So it felt very similar to like the small movies where everybody's working hard because they believe in it and they want to be there and they want to make the best film possible.
Okay. Best part of filming it? What was your
Best
favorite?
part, man. I mean, some of the stuff was so ridiculous that it was hilarious. Some of these deaths are just so outlandish that you can't help but have a good time. What was the most? I mean, the most fun was just getting to know the cast members and Fede and sort of hanging out in one of the most beautiful countries in the world.
Yeah.
New Zealand is shockingly gorgeous. I don't have my character doesn't have a great time in the movie. So there's not a lot of like smiles, so to speak. But I mean, burying Jane alive was pretty special. There's a couple scenes that aren't in the theatrical release that I heard will be on the DVD, where I get to wield a chainsaw and whatnot. So there's some things that I had some fun with that weren't there.
And you said at the Q&A last night, you really just interacted with like a tennis ball most of the time. Everyone was doing their makeup and.
Yeah, the tennis ball might have been stretching it. It wasn't actually a tennis ball. But no, yeah. I mean, ultimately the makeup was so good, which means it took time to apply. And so in the morning, they'd be getting makeup on, and I would go shoot some scenes, reading with the AD of the movie, and so that was another challenge. It was all new for me. That sort of way of shooting a movie was brand new, and I learned a lot from it, and it was really cool.
Yeah. You've got a bunch of films. Let's see. According to IMDb, you've got Syrup, Deep Powder, White Bird in a Blizzard, Amos Wake, and Obscura. Are those all ones that you're doing, or you're done?
Yeah. So Syrup comes out June 6th.
Okay.
And like limited release, which is awesome because I did that movie like a couple years ago with Amber Heard.
Okay.
And I think it's really, really cool. The East comes out in May, and that's the closing night movie here. I love that movie. It's amazing.
I'm never gonna miss it.
You're gonna miss it?
Yeah, I have to go back to Dallas. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But
I saw you in the trailer and I was like, oh, Shiloh's in it.
Yeah, it's really neat. And so White Bird in a Blizzard was Greg Araki's movie that I finished before Christmas, which, I'm just so honored to work with him. He's an amazing auteur. And what were the other ones?
Amos Wake?
Yeah, Amos Wake is a movie my friend and I made together. It's the first film that I've made.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that takes us,
Yeah.
It was a fun experiment.
Well, thank you so much, Shiloh,
My pleasure.
for sitting down with me once again.
I'm happy to see you. Very happy to see you. Great work.
Thank you.